Hello, citizens of Britannia. I am Blaze Spirit, and this is Ultima Online's second age chart. Today, we are going to talk about how to rise stats fast. Stats are these: strength, dex, and intelligence. You're allowed to have maximum 100 on them, and total sum is 225. You really have two choices here. The choice is either you are a sort of Dexter template or you are a sort of mage build. If you're a Dexter template, you're going to go with 100 strength, let's say above 80, sorry, dex, and int you may choose to go for 25 if you go for 100 dex. You may choose to go for 40 to be able to gate. You may choose to go to 50 to be able to cast Earthquake or maybe Energy Vortex, lowering your dex accordingly to 75 or 85, whatever. If you are instead a mage, you're going to have 100 strength and you're going to have, depends, fully mage template, you go for 100 intelligence and 25 dex. But if you are a heli mage or if you like the duel, you might want to consider doing 90 intelligence and 35 dex for half a second faster swing speed with heli. And there are no other builds. I have a blend between Dex and Int, but I play suboptimal characters because, yeah, I don't like standard templates, but that's another story. So when you first start, you will start with 60, 10, 10. Total amount of 80. The easiest one to raise are strength and dex. So maybe you want to consider not starting with 60 strength, 10 dex, and 10 int. Maybe you want to start with 40, 10, 30, even if you are a dexter. So let's proceed. When you first start, what you're gonna do here is rise your skills. And to rise your skills, you're gonna do this. First things first, you grab a shepherd's crook, okay, and you go herd animals. How to herd animals? You double click the crook, you click the animal, and you click yourself. This will rise herding. Herding is a skill with a cooldown of 1 second. It means that if you run a macro like double click, wait for target, target the animal, target yourself, pause 1 second, loop, this will rise your herding pretty fast. And rising herding will rise you primarily strength. Another thing you can do for rising strength, herding, you can loop it really AFK. Maybe you can also GM it, why not? But you will raise 100, you will reach 100 strength before GMing herding. One other thing you want to consider is you can go to a provisioner and buy a shovel. And with the shovel, you can go mine. The provisioner is here. I assume you know that. Here is the provisioner. Okay. And you can go mine. Even in guard zone, you can mine in guard zone, because if you go here, let's put the map on. Okay, hold on, I cut the scene. Okay, you go here. This is to the south west of Britain. You also have a forge and an anvil if you wish. Here is guard zone. You can mine in guard zone here without any risks. And I suggest you mine up to 10 skill, because when you rise skills, even if you fail, it is guaranteed to gain skills below 10. And if you gain skill, there is a chance to gain stat. So you may do that. At the provisioner, you may also buy a shovel or anything, or a pickaxe, it's the same. Another thing you can do is with your dagger that you start with. Okay, you can do kindlings like this. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. You cannot, for some reason, last target a tree, but once you gather it and it's fast kindlings, you can simply double click a kindlings and you will rise camping. Okay, it's pretty easy. Camping will rise you all the skills: strength, dex, and intelligence. And you can do this up to 10, but since it's very, very fast, I suggest that you go even at 20, 25, 25 real, not the 25 displayed. So you will rise a lot of stuff like this. Another thing you might want to do is go to Britmoon Gate. Here we are at Britmoon Gate, and by the way, this is a very fine library. User is Space Ghost on Discord. Atram Stone. Okay, it's a very nice library, and it's close to Britmoon Gate. But Britmoon Gate, what's important is that you can go to Vesper. Let's see if we can reach Vesper, if we are lucky. Okay, we have to wait a bit. Hold on. Here we are at Vesper. And here you can buy a hatchet. Very fine hatchets. When you buy a hatchet here, you can start chopping at trees, rising lumberjack. And lumberjack will rise considerably your strength. And even that, lumberjack is a little bit slower than mining, because mining has a 1 second cooldown. Lumberjack has, I believe, 4, 5 seconds, 6 seconds cooldown. But again, you double click your axe, you click a tree, and until you reach 10, it's pretty easy, and it will rise your strength considerably. I believe that with one of these herding, which you can macro AFK, a little bit of mining, you can do mining in like 10 minutes, 10 minutes of lumberjacking, and maybe 10 minutes of camping, you will surely raise strength to 100, even if you start with the 30, 40-ish. Okay, it's time to talk about other skills and stuff. Let's go back to Britain. That was Britain. Oh, not anymore. Okay, but we can do it also here at Skara, which is a city I very much like. So the next thing you want to do is, if you are a Dexter, you want to rise Dex. That's what a Dexter is. So you go to this shop, the carpenter, and here you buy a musical instrument. Now, once you have your musical instrument with you, any will do, they will not break on this sharp because they didn't break in Second Age era. You simply record a macro like use your music instrument, pause 1 second, loop, and with this simple macro you will rise music, and music will rise very fast your dex. And you can do it AFK. And it's pretty fast. I believe that if you GM music, you will be at 100 dex way before you GM music. So I believe that 1 hour, 2 hours of music will get you considerably high in dexterity. But let's not rush things, because you can also do another skill. Another skill is snooping. Snooping maybe will raise you dex even faster. You just find an NPC. I don't know if you can snoop town criers. Let me check. I don't want to say something silly. They don't have a backpack. Okay, well, you find an NPC and you trap him. You may trap him with the boxes. Let's do it like this. Or you can do it on another character. And what you do is simply double click their backpack, and snooping will rise. Very, very fast. Rising snooping will lower your karma, but yeah, that's not a problem. And rising snooping will skyrocket your dexterity. So just a simple macro, double click backpack, pause 1 second, loop. And by the time you reach 50 snooping, 50, 60 snooping, and if you have done with music also 50, 60 music, it's almost guaranteed that you are almost at maximum dex. I don't think there are other skills that are as effective as these two. So let's focus on intelligence. Intelligence is a little bit trickier, but there are two ways now. If you are a mage, you really want your intelligence to go at 100. If you are a dexter and you want your intelligence to go at 40, even if you are a dexter, I suggest doing this. No matter what, you really have to have majory. So even if you have maybe not GM majory, but have at least 80, 85, 90 majory. Raising majory is not fast. It's of course resource consuming, but I suggest you do it before you rise other skills if you have the money. Point is, if you can rise majory by also rising also meditation, which will speed up the process. And in this process of rising majory and rising meditation, you will also rise intelligence accordingly. So intelligence is not going to be a problem if you're a dexter and you only need 25 or 40 or 50. If you are a mage, now that's a problem, and you have to find skills. The best skill probably is camping. So again, kindlings on by using dagger on trees and double clicking the kindlings to make the camp. Another thing you might want to consider is cooking. Cooking is another skill to raise intelligence and dex. So everybody and their brothers have millions of uncooked fish sticks anywhere. So all you want to do is grab those fish sticks, have a macro for grabbing one fish stick at a time. Otherwise, if you grab 100 fish sticks, you will cook them all. You grab one at a time, and what you're going to do is double click the fish stick onto the either the camp, or since you don't want to do that maybe with the camp, which will expire after a bit, you want to do it on a forge. You can cook on forges that will never expire, and just a simple macro like you can also do it in your house. Basically, you restock agent one fish stick, double click fish stick by type, and click forge, pause 5 seconds, I believe the cooldown is, or 4 seconds or 6 seconds, you will find out. And by doing this, you will rise intelligence, and you will rise a little bit of dex. Another thing you might want to consider, there are skills like anatomy. Anatomy is cool because it has a cooldown of 6 seconds. So basically stand next to an NPC, maybe a banker, okay, that cannot be herded away, cannot be enticed away. You stand here, and what do? You simply grab your skill, okay, skills like this, anatomy, okay, double click anatomy, target this, and pause 6 seconds, loop. Then you do the same with evaluating intelligence, and you can do also other skills. But intelligence, I'm telling you, is a little bit trickier. But here, on the list of skills, for sure you will have another one. Well, meditation will rise your intelligence as you go. Major will rise your intelligence as you go. What else? Action, I don't think anything here. Maybe spirit speak, if it's under action. Spirit speak, even there. 10-second cooldown, double click spirit speak, so use spirit speak, pause 10-second loop. And what else? Here, evaluating intelligence, animal lore, arms lore, anything like this. Rise them up to 10. You can do them AFK, no problem. just a 10-second cooldown, and you're good to go. Even item identification. Item identification you can do if you want to loop it endlessly. You use item identification, which is a very nice skill, on your spellbook, and you can do it endlessly. So basically, using this advice, you can raise your stats. So all you have to do is follow this. Basically all these I've done is for free. Maybe 100, 200 gold to raise the stats. And it's really important to raise the stats because this is the effective way of rising stats. Because you don't want to go around with 40 strength, 50 strength, 10 intelligence, 10 dex. I mean, come on, this is not 1997. I really suggest that you invest a few hours into second age in rising your stats like this, because it will make the game more enjoyable to you. And remember, you are allowed 3 accounts here. So if you want to go, if you are really big on nostalgia hit, okay, you play your first account and do whatever you want. You can also go to breed sewers and kill rats there, because that's what you were doing when you were a kid. And you can have 2 other accounts rising stats like this. Okay, so once you're done with breed sewers, okay, you had your fun there. Okay, you pick another character with which you raised your stats, and you go in breed sewers with that character, while the other character you raise stats. So exploit the fact that you can play 3 accounts simultaneously here, and exploit the fact that you can macro here AFK, so long as they're not resource gathering. And with this advice, your character will be good to go in a matter of a few hours. So do it properly, and you will have more fun. I'll tell you also how to raise skills in the next videos, eventually. There's a lot of videos going on, and I see the content has been appreciated, so yeah. We'll keep doing this, and I hope this new video format helps in covering things better. So this is it for today. I hope to see you soon on Second Age and on Discord. Remember also to join our Discord, even to say hello, because why not? We are a very welcoming community, and I'll keep you posted for the next streams and the next activities. Bye!